Greetings. This is probably gonna be like my third attempt. For some reason, it's just like the message is it's awkward. So my camera keeps cutting out. It's a whole mess. So I'm not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna go into the game cards, the Sailor Moon game cards, because I was gonna use the Sailor Moon Tarot, the Moon Crystal cards, but for some reason it's like something is off about the energy. Or spirit is like not wanting me to use those cards right now. Like it's just not necessary. So I'm going to use the game cards and just see what the collective energies, the message is. Just a message of encouragement or just what we need to know that's of our highest and best interest. This message is timeless. Okay. All right. So we have okay. Wow. Okay. Some powerful energy. So what I'm getting from this so far, it's like you could be at a cusp of like really clearing out some heavy things, and whatever it is that you're clearing out, it's bringing you to a high level of activation within yourself, because you have Sailor, the eternal Sailor Moon. This is a high level of activation for a lot of you. So if you're going through this challenging energy right now where you're being spiritually attacked, you could literally be going through some type of challenging cycle where you're being faced with your shadow. This is shadow energies where you're having to face the darkest aspects of self, and for some of you it might not be, it's not fun. Like, trust me, right now I know how you feel. It's not fun. You're facing your shadows on every level. So just imagine, who do we have on this? We have pretty much all the guardians are here. So if you look at them from a planetary perspective and like what it is that your shadow is dealing with. So the main Sailor guardians that we're shown is Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars. Did I say Venus? I think I said all of them. You think about those different aspects of self in regards to what each planet represents in your natal chart, let's say, right? You're dealing with that within yourself all at once, perhaps for some of you, and that's not an easy thing. With Sailor Mercury standing out the most next to the Eternal Sailor Moon card. Let me see what her quote is. When Super Sailor Mercury enters, oh, this is super. Okay, so this is another high level of activation as well. Sailor Mercury enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand, and you choose. Okay. So you guys might be needing to utilize your voice. You guys might be tested in confronting something. It could be someone or others, or just speaking your truth amongst others, or speaking it most and foremost to yourself and for yourself. And it might actually be a challenge, but it's well worth it. Some type of spiritual test, because you have exam class plus seminar class plus square root of stress. Sailor Mercury is highly intelligent. She's a genius, basically, literally. She's all about her schoolwork, her academics. She's very, very smart, very powerful. Mercury's ruling planet, or the ruling planet, Mercury, is of Gemini, the zodiac sign of Gemini. So some of you guys might resonate with that. Or you guys might have heavy placements. You guys could be a Taurus, or Mercury and Taurus, or Taurus and Mercury, whatever. Something with the second house for some of you. You guys are, that quote there, she's talking about seminars and she's talking about exams. This is going to be a spiritual test that you're up for, and whatever the result of it is a high level of activation. So I feel like this is something that you're being called to for a reason, because it's actually bringing you to a higher level within yourself. I think I did a I can't remember if it was, I think it was Eternal Sailor Moon, the movie. It's on Netflix still, should be on Netflix. But if you watch that movie, because I did a like a breakdown, like a spiritual breakdown of the movie, and how Spirit led me to watch it and like take notes of certain things that I picked up on as far as like the spiritual aspect of it. And there was a lot of warfare in that movie, like spiritual warfare that they had to go through, and a lot of them were dealing with their biggest fears and their shadows in different ways, and dealing with illusions and things like that. So that might resonate with you if you want to watch it with a spiritual eye. It is on Netflix, or maybe you can find it somewhere. Maybe Funimation, I think, might have it on there. But it's called Sailor Moon Eternal. It's a film, actually. It's a movie, and you can find it on Netflix. Should still be on there, I think, actually. But it's a good movie for spiritual, kind of like a spiritual, like, understanding of like what a spiritual warfare actually looks like, in a way. Like, it's still like in a way that Sailor Moon to me is a like special to me, but it's still like a level of inner child that goes into watching, you know, anime and things like that. But they have very heavy topics and very significant things that they discuss and talk about, very telling things when it comes to spiritual things and when it comes to our spiritual journey. Part of the reasons why I really love Sailor Moon, because I resonate with it so much. And as far as like your spiritual team and your soul tribe and spiritual mission and divine love and connections, like all of that, and some more shit is in there. But what happens to Sailor Moon in that movie, when she activates into the Eternal Sailor Moon, her heart chakra is activated. And it's activated mainly through her connection with Tuxedo Mask. And he was that I did a break. I might have to tag the breakdown of the movie so you guys get it, or you can watch it for yourselves. But if you watch that scene where they were having to face, I think it was, oh my god, I can't even think now. It just slips my mind. I forget the villain's name, but God, I can't think of her name. It's gonna bother me. It's gonna bug me. But some of my Sailor Moon sisters, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, the Dark Kingdom, and I can't even think of it off the top of my head what it was called. The Moon shit. I can't even think. I want to say Dark Moon Kingdom, but it's not called that. But basically, they're on her stepping grounds, right? And they all team up together to combat her. And it was a scene where Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask exchange love and energy towards each other. And that's when Sailor Moon's heart starts to get warm, and she makes a statement. She says, does this mean new powers? Or something like that. Or new something. I think she said new powers. And then shortly after, I think